welcome, welcome. Yes, you read that right. We have Sentry and Battlegrounds. Thanks to the current Gladiator Circuit meta, which is actually about to end the day I'm posting this video finally, Sentry gains, he gains a bunch of buffs because the node just applies a bunch of buffs to you, which actually speeds up his ramp up. So when I fire a special, all those extra buffs get converted into Fury. As you can see right now, I have, 20 Fury on me. And the more debuffs we have on the opponent, the more damage we deal. Plus, the node, every time you dodge an attack, you're gaining cruelty passives. And, you dodge enough, you get a big precision, which helps with your crit rate. And here, Dust can be an annoying, tanky defender at times. And here we are, barely a minute, and down she goes. Okay, well, we didn't crit. All that extra crit rating and nothing. We did get a 26k light medium attack at the end, but still. And so, hey, we got a 50k score against Dust. And here we are against Onslaught. Like I said, it's almost Kabam was forgotten. You haven't used Sentry in Battlegrounds. We got you. And I was like, yeah? And they was like, yeah. And then I was like, okay. And it just worked. Now, that's not what you want to do, but hey, we got a indestructible, so we didn't have to worry about it. Champs against Onslaught is pretty cool because when they throw their special, you can pretty much dodge every hit. This ramps up your cruelty and your precision, so you're kind of good to go from there, Onslaught has that big SP1. And unfortunately, my swipe back or forward didn't get registered, so we just had to block that last hit. So we fire our SP2, now we're at 13 Fury. Only thing here is our node RNG for getting the buffs on us is kind of weak in this fight. And at this point, I'm like, you know what, we'll just go for it. The smarter thing to have done would have been to just bait the SP2 and then go for the finish. But hey, double crit, we win, but we did not. So, unfortunately, this is where my recording stops, but the funny thing was, I think I actually did pull off the win for that fight. I think afterwards, the indestructible kicked in when the opponent tried to hit me, and then we just finished him off in a hit or two. But, yeah. So, this matchup, we're up against the Penny Parker. Normally, a lot of the matches, you see me go for the SP2. This one, we're just going for SP1s, getting to our Fury as quickly as we can. Because, hey, we want to be able to hit her block whenever that does happen, and pretty much get the shield down as quickly as we can. So, like I said, the plan here is just we go and we fire the SP1 as soon as we're able to. Which, don't ask me what I was focusing on getting the shield down here. And there we go. We bait out the SP2, and then our SP2 should end this fight. And we're just not getting crits at all. Gotta love that RNG. Hey, shout out to 6-star Nico. Maybe we go for the 7-star, I don't know yet. So this me saying Sentry is the ultimate character for this meta. No, not really. It's just fun. I'm just here to have fun, I'm a big fan of Sentry. I was using him pre-buff. I love him in content. Or solo content. It can be cool playing right. It can be cool in Alliance War. Use them in AQ, every day in map 8. And yeah, so there was nothing in Sentry's kit to really help you with the Tuma. I just figured, hey, I got him on the team, let me go ahead. And plus, SP1, we get the Halt debuff, which allows us to bypass Unstoppable. So we don't have to do that whole, parry Atuma to get rid of the Unstoppable. Now, I don't know if Atuma is also getting a bunch of benefits from having that Unstoppable on him. So maybe it might have been smarter to get rid of it, but hey. 45k score under 60 seconds. I mean, score-wise, that's kind of horrible, but, majority of the health we lost came from just the damage back. And the fight was pretty quick, still under a minute. So here we have an Enchantress. Yeah, you gotta love her this meta with all the buffs, the power gains, the SP1 spams. But luckily with Sentry, we're Nullify immune. So we're gonna go ahead and get our Fury. I ignore that, that was some work related stuff. Don't tell them I'd be playing at work. And my plan here is I'm just gonna push her to SP3 and just go for it. Um, I figure when she fires her SP3, I usually get an armor break on me. And plus, with all the debuffs we had, we run max inequity. So we're like, between the debuffs, between the damage reduction from this little mini game, it shouldn't hurt that badly. And I'm like, okay, cool. We can get some willpower healing with the armor break, and we can kind of recover some of the health that we did lose. So at this point, we're not really going the full combo route. We're just going to cut those short, just so she ideally doesn't throw SP1. We just didn't want to have to deal with that again, and there we go. Although, I have had matches where I did just bait out SP1s and they actually finished quicker than that fight, and I finished with more health, so that was like me just curious to see, what if I don't bait out an SP1? What happens? So here we have a random Nova, who I can actually see being a pretty pain point. This meta between, him gaining power from the node, him gaining power from dashing at you, him not throwing specials and getting the SP3. So yeah. But luckily he has like a multi-hit SP2 that's pretty easy to dodge, so we gained a bunch of cruelty just from dexing the SP2, doing it again. Now we got our big precision, and so now we can just come in and just do some damage and hurt the guy. Not really worrying or caring about his auto block, and the goal here is just get the SP2 and end it. Now, there I was not paying attention to his power, so I should have just thrown my relic and comboed in the SP2 and this would have been over. So it was like literally after that combo and I realized what his power was like. But there's our combo, there's our SP2 with no crits. Well, we didn't have any precision and cruelties like we did before the SP3. So in theory, this could have been like a 49k score. We lost like, what, 31k? There's another Enchantress fight. And hey, there's when Onslaught caught us, and I don't think I had the screenshot afterwards to show the final score. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, this is just fun times. Until next time, peace.